City, I want to personally welcome you to Memphis, the birthplace of blues. Memphis has so much to offer, and without the support of our local community, none of this would have been possible. And while taking a break here, go and see what Memphis has all to offer. There's Graceland, home of Elvis Presley. Walk down Beale Street and listen to the blues. There are some studios where so many famous artists have recorded. And did you know that we are only 2 cities in the U.S. that have an actual life-size pyramid? For those who are into mountain climbing, or just being a daredevil, go and climb that pyramid, and once you get to the top, yell at the top of your lungs, "I was at the first Anime Blues!" And then, when you're in jail, and you're calling me Clay, I will say what any normal American would say. "Dude, I don't know you. Don't call me." It is so wonderful to see so many different people come together to celebrate the birth of Anime Blues. There are so many familiar faces here, and many new ones I hope to see again and again. When I got into the anime business over 14 years ago, there was a little show called Dragon Ball that took America by storm. Then don't forget Pokemon and Sailor Moon. I remember kids would spend their entire allowance on figures, VCR tapes. Do you remember what those looked like? Cards and more. Now those kids are adults, and some even have children of their own. And guess what they're watching now? That's right, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and Sailor Moon. Isn't it amazing how anime can bring so many different races, cultures, and age groups together? What else can a 5-year-old and a 50-year-old man get in a heated argument about who's stronger, Goku or Naruto? I remember that confrontation in my store, and we had to call the police. That 5-year-old is on probation now, and he's here somewhere. So be careful, little man, you're all still on probation. Anime Blues all started with a single question, almost 2 years ago, from one little girl. "Why isn't there an anime con here?" I told that little girl, "You bring me one single artist to Memphis, I would consider doing one." Naturally, I thought she was all talk because I was all talk. But she comes back a couple of days later and brings not one, but 3 guests. Vic Mignogna, Miley Flannery, and here. So I reluctantly say, I guess we're doing a con. We were all excited, but once the euphoria wore off, I asked myself, what in the world did I get myself into? And one of the first things I've learned is choose your name wisely. Some of you are aware that we were originally called Delta Anime Expo, short for DAX. The next thing I know, 2 men in black suits knocked on my door. They wanted to talk to the con chair. The only thing that was in my head was, are they going to arrest me for downloading that Justin Bieber song? I thought it was a legal site. So I say what any normal American would say. He's not here. Is he in trouble? They said we are lawyers from Anime Expo in LA. We want you to cease and desist your convention since you are using your name, our name, which is copyrighted and patented in 6 million different countries. I try to tell them that there's no harm done and we'll just use the words Delta Anime XPO. And they still said no, because they own all the words in Expo, which includes Exposition, EX, and XPO. Finally, I said, well, we'll just use the word BAX. And they still said no, because they own the copyright on the letters A and X. So I responded, basically, you're telling me you guys are so big that you actually own letters in the alphabet? Well, when our account gets as big as yours, I'm going to buy 2 letters in the alphabet too. B and S. But I still always die. That was a very stressful time. The last time I was that stressed out was watching that movie called Evolution, thinking that it was a Dragon Ball movie. Now, everybody knows that the economy is not so great at the moment. Let's start by stimulating the economy here today by spending your next 2 weeks' paychecks in the dealer's room in the artist alley. who are probably sitting next to you for an advance on your allowance. Let's say about $200. If they say they don't have the cash, you say, that's okay, there's an ATM machine down the hall. If they still say no, then start making those sad puppy eyes and let out a small whimper. And finally, if that doesn't work, you tell them this. Mom, Dad, I may not promise to clean my room, take out the garbage, do the dishes, do my homework, do the laundry, or mow the grass, but I do promise not to complain or talk back to you for 1 whole week. Now, parents, isn't that worth $200? And this is the girl who asked that single question and turned my life upside down. Can we give a big round of applause to Nicola? Who, by the way, probably knows half of you, or eventually know all of you by the end of this time.
So I totally didn't have anything planned to say to you guys. That line's more.
But yeah, I'd love to reiterate on what George said, but I wouldn't be able to do it as hilariously and as amusing as he did. But I would like to say thank you to everyone who came out to see Anime Blues Con on our first year. It makes me really happy, especially because I'm the one that put everyone through all this torture, because I'm the one that asked that first question.
Oh, by the way, I made a grave mistake. Can we give like a big round of applause to the Korean girls here that were playing with the Korean standing drums? They are juniors in White Station High School. So if you guys attend White Station High School, say hi to them. I would like to introduce my co-conchair, Lana, who is in fact the mother of Nicola. She is a single working mom raising 3 kids. She also works with roller derby, and thanks to Nicola, is involved with Anime Blues. Her motto is, failure is not an option, which I had to remind myself any time trying to put this con together. She is absolutely amazing and spent almost every waking day for the last year